we're already starting to see renders for the potential Xbox Series X Elite. So we got a really interesting, weird kind of article here from Tweaktown talking about a potential of the Xbox Series X Elite being teased in new renders, and that it's going to be like the pro version of the Xbox Series X that will be coming out in 2023. Now, if you read through this article, they are pretty much kind of making the narrative that this is going to happen for sure, which I'm extremely skeptical about. I would be really shocked if Xbox were to release a pro version of the Series X in 2023, because we haven't even come close to utilizing the full power of the Series X, and we're already in 2022 pretty much, and there's a bunch of new technology, there's a bunch of things like AI, machine learning that haven't fully been utilized yet. So them releasing a pro console in 2023 really does not make sense. But this article here from Anthony Garefa kind of makes it sound like that it is almost a given that it's going to be coming out. And I'm not sure where this information is coming from, but if you remember previously a couple of months ago, I talked about how Moore's Law is Dead went on and made a video talking about how he got information that there were going to be an upgraded Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, as well as a PlayStation 5 Pro. And I mentioned that take this with a grain of salt, because this is one of the people that also said that RDNA 3 technology was going to be in the PlayStation 5. Whether he got bad information or was just mistaken, that's just something that did happen. But because of that information that has come out, people are making renders of what potentially the Xbox Series X Elite could look like. Now, this is from Let's Go Digital, and there is a video on YouTube as well, just kind of going over it all. But to me, it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty much like an Xbox One X, just like a little more futuristic. And here is what they are claiming this box is going to have. So there's going to have the large Xbox logo for the power button. It's going to be a Blu-ray slot and eject button, 4 USB ports. On the back, there will be 6 ports for power, Ethernet, 2 USB 3.1 ports, 1 USB 2.1 connector, and then there will be an expansion port for storage. They also say that obviously this console, if it's new, it's beefier, it's more powerful, it's going to run hotter than the current Xbox Series X, and there will be ventilation on the top and on both sides. So here's what it looks like. I mean, yeah, it looks cool. Looks like an Xbox One X, like I said, more futuristic looking. But they say here that the Xbox Series X Elite console will be released in 2023, apparently, with AMD's new APUs and the fresh 6nm process with higher CPU and GPU clocks. And the Xbox Series S console will also reportedly be coming out with a pro version of that that's more powerful than the current Xbox Series S. But we're going to have to wait until the end of 2022 and more into 2023 before we see them and get more information on it. And then PlayStation 5 is also going to be releasing a pro console, something that, again, we've heard rumors about, but like not from any really credible sources, I don't believe. And if there are really credible sources that have this information, let me know in the comments below. And they said that they're going to get more news on this in 2022 before it's released sometime in 2023. Now, it's cool to talk about this. It's cool to conceptualize what potentially a pro version of these consoles could look like, what an Xbox Series X Elite could look like. And making these designs is all well and good. The weird thing I do find about this article is they're making it sound like this is legit happening and they have the information, and that these are the renders that what potentially this box is going to look like when it does come out. And I'm still very skeptical of these things coming out in 2023, or even getting like a mid-generation refresh for the Xbox Series X, particularly because it is a very powerful console. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't been utilized yet on it, and it just really doesn't make much sense to manufacture an elite version of the Xbox Series X when the supply isn't even close to meeting the demand. There's going to be chip shortages going all the way through 2023 from what we're hearing now. So to randomly manufacture a brand new console makes absolutely no sense, and there's no reason to do it in general, or at least there's no reason to create a new line of Xboxes that are more powerful. Maybe they will tweak some of the components that they're using within the current Xbox Series X so that they can increase the supply, but they'll keep all of the specs and everything the same. I just don't see them making a brand new, more powerful console overall. Well, we will have to wait and see. I mean, 2023, it to me just sounds way too close. Maybe closer to like 2025 they would do it or something like that. But hey, here are the renders. Let me know what you think about these renders. Do you think it would look like this, or would they stick with like the tower form that they have currently with Xbox Series X?
Bye.